Monday, we heard that the Chiefs had restructured Travis Kelce's contract to create some cap space. Immediately, everyone just kind of like, oh my gosh, what are we talking about? We're creating cap space for what? And then Chris Sims yesterday of NBC Sports says he's heard the Chiefs are making a run at Odell Beckham Jr. And Travis Kelce was asked on his New Heights podcast from his brother if something was going on, if OBJ was going to come, because that's what the move was for. And Kelce said he had no idea. He just said his agent calls him Saturday, said, hey, they want to create cap space. We're going to restructure your contract, which means I'm going to get my money now. And he was totally fine with that. But he said, quote, he thinks there's a move in the air. A move could be coming. But he also did say in that same breath that he's heard nothing about OBJ coming to Kansas City based on anything he's heard at the facility and anything. But that doesn't mean that OBJ is not coming. He just hasn't heard anything. Right. So JD, we've broached the topic a little bit last year, a little bit when it was either Josh Gordon or OBJ, and then one of our post game shows we kind of touched on it a little bit. But what would you make of OBJ potentially coming to Kansas City, and how would he fit? And also, Aaron Wilson of Pro Football Network also verified all these reports too, saying that the Chiefs are a major threat to sign Odell Beckham Jr., but also among 5 other teams. But the Chiefs are the major team right now. So what do you think of OBJ's fit in Kansas City?
Chiefs are a major team so far is what we're talking. What do I think about the fit? I think, a talent like OBJ, of course, would fit probably in any offense, except the one that Mayfield is at the helm of, right? So, hey, we ain't Baker Mayfield down here, man. We got Patrick Mahomes, and he gets the ball to everybody. And so when you have a guy that's talented as Odell Beckham Jr., who can catch the football like no other, can run great routes, that's just another weapon. It's another arrow in your quiver, right? That's what it is. And so why not, try to get a guy like that here? So the fit, and I look at it like this. We got talented guys already. Okay. We got MVS, we got JuJu, we got Sky Moore. We know the number one is going to be Travis Kelce. We got McCole Hardman. Okay. We got Justin Watson. And so we got guys that are here. Another guy like that who is a high caliber guy, high talented guy like OBJ, we're just going to add on to our offense. And so he's one of those dudes, man, that could really light it up. He could absolutely light it up. I think the question, the bigger question is when he comes back, how effective will he be off of this second ACL injury, right? That's the concern of it. And so when you're talking about back-to-back 2 years of ACLs tears, that's concerning. Let's just be honest. That is a concern that you have to have as an organization. And so if you're able to have a guy like that here with this type of talent, clearly it's going to be it just to improve everything. But like I said, you always had to have the concern about how this guy is going to pan out injury-wise. Mm-hmm. Now, from what I understand, he's talking about probably return is going to be somewhere like mid-December, right? That's what he's projecting right now to getting out on the field is mid-December. And so even if you sign him here, he's not going to be ready. He's going to be learning the offense, trying to get some things right, getting ready, which is good. Just kind of learn everything, see everything, just being in the facility. And so what I've heard, he's a pretty bright guy. So he would be tremendous in this offense. He really would.
So, okay, so we talk about the veterans we brought in before, and I've seen a lot. There's a mixed bag. You have a lot of people who are excited about Odell Beckham, but then you have people say, well, we brought in Le'Veon, that didn't work out. We brought in Shady, that didn't really work out. We brought in Josh Gordon, and obviously, we know how that ended, right? What do you say to the people who are skeptical as far as we have a complex playbook, Odell wouldn't be able to come in right away and make a difference?
I think a guy like Odell probably wouldn't take him that long to learn this offense, to at least to get him some play time, right? You just want his presence out on the football field. He knows how to get open. He knows how to find windows and find holes. So you could, until he really learns the whole offense, you could just have him, learn a portion of what he needs to do in certain plays and certain packages you can have him in. if you will. And so, you just had to see. You had to see, how his retention of the information is, right? I mean, that's the main thing is like when he comes in, hey, what do you do on this play? What do you do on this play? What do you, and so when you sit in meetings, kind of running around, he's watching everything. The thing is, he has some guys here that came from other teams to kind of help out with maybe the terminology of like, hey man, we called it this over here. This is this route. This is this concept over here. And so this is what they look and they want from you. And so it's good to have kind of, veteran guys who have been in different systems before can help with that transition also too. And so Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, he seemed like he was very excited, just even saying his name with that type of talent being possible to get a guy like that up to speed. I don't think it'd be an issue at all. And so, like I said, if you're not even looking to get him out on the field until like mid-December or toward the end of December, all he had to do was just soak in all that information he can possibly to get ready.
Yeah. And people forget too. I mean, when we got Josh Gordon, I think the first game we had him, he played on that Buffalo Bills game the following week after we signed him. And he maybe not grasped the playbook to a full extent, but he was on the field that very next game and he had to catch that game. I mean, I can't speak to him not grasping the playbook from beyond that and why he didn't get more touches, but he did play that very next week. So like that, I mean, it is capable for get these guys acclimated fast for maybe a couple plays.
Yeah, well, look, and also too, we got to realize that some of the systems that Josh was in is different than some of the systems that Odell has been in. Mm-hmm. Odell he's more of a slot guy, and so he's used to kind of finding, like I said, those holes in the middle, and so he does a lot of the mesh routes, the crossing routes, hitches, some goes up the field. Josh is one of those, like I say, a big receiver, so you have maybe some post, he might, running, fade ball, running some deep in routes, middle reads and all different things like that, bodying up. I think those things is what is geared toward his skill set. That's why it was more difficult to have him in this offense, because I always said this is a smaller guy's offense. It's a smaller receiver's offense. Mm. And so when you have a guy like that, it challenges somebody who has a different a body type, skill set. And so I almost look at it like Allen Robinson out there with the Rams. Yeah. It's like, how come look, this dude is electric, has been. How come he's not getting the football? And so what you seen was, okay, we need to figure out how to use his skill set. And last week they did it. You see, he threw one up top. He went to go get it. Did a skill set, threw one back shoulder, went to go get it. Mm. And so you see, like, okay, these are the things we need to do with this guy. And so Josh was kind of more in that vein of type of skill sets. Odell Beckham Jr., slot guy, runs like JuJu, Sky Moore and all those guys, he's that same body type. So he's finding the window, finding the holes. I don't think it would be difficult as far as him coming in and giving us something. I don't at all.
Yeah, and we saw last year he came right in with McVay's offense, and from that first Monday night game against the Niners, he was all systems to go. I mean, he was right in there in the mix right away. I think he had like 5 grabs that game. So they had, I mean, they said they had a set number of plays that were designed for him, like packages for him, but Andy Reid can do that. These guys can do that for him.
They had Robert Jones, Cooper Kupp, right? Mm-hmm. That's the guys they had out there, smaller guys. And so it's like, okay, this is the offense that we run. And I'm sure McVay's like, hey, man, it's real easy. You'll be able to pick this thing up. This is exactly what we're trying to do here offensively. This is what we're trying to attack, right? This is what we want the defense to see. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's what it was a lot easier for them to understand. It was like, okay, well, shoot, I've run this before. This is something, I'm used to. And so if you go ahead and condense it down to where I can, like I said, retain this information of what the plays are, hey, I'll come to speed of getting the entire offense down. But with these packages, I'm good. Yeah, I can do that. It's not a problem. So I don't know. So here, I will say this. Okay. As much as we're pushing for Odell Beckham Jr., I still want us to run the football. Okay. I just want to say that. Okay. We know we pass it all around the place. I don't think passing the ball is is our what's name it is our Achilles heel. Yeah. I think running the football is our problem. That's part of our issue. is establishing the run, because the run will open up the pass. We got to keep saying this just because, hey, I think it's important. Everybody else thinks it's important. And so when you have a guy like this, absolutely he's going to be open. Absolutely he's going to be a weapon out there. He can get some blocks too. He does a good job blocking out there, on the perimeter. But shoot, man, let's get the ball to some of these jokers in the backfield and run the ball a little bit more effective, okay? Whether it be CEH, McKinnon, Pacheco, Rojo. We ain't seen him yet.
Yeah.
We ain't seen him. So, man, I'm going to keep pushing and politicking to run the football even more, right? I love the passing. We got the greatest quarterback in the world, okay? I just want to run the football because I'm going to take a little bit of pressure off of him. Yep. And him getting tattooed sometimes against some of the things that we see defensively.
Mm-hmm. And we saw what Josh Allen was able to do last week when Singletary was able to get about 90 yards and 15 carries. I mean, things open up for him,
Well, that was the difference in the game. When you start looking at it, that's the difference. And so, you're not looking at second and long or third and long. And so when it's something is, easier to manage because it's third and short or second and short, running the football is one of those things that you just got to be able to do effectively and efficiently, especially in this league. So,
hopefully, and you know what? Regardless, it's something I looked earlier at the free agent class next year, and I know it's way too early, but if the running game situation continues in the kind of trajectory that's going in right now, where we're not really getting much from it, that free agent class next year, running back wise, is pretty good. I mean, you go 10 deep. I saw Kareem Hunt, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, Alexander Madison. I'm forgetting a bunch of other guys, but it's a very deep list of running backs. So worst case, the trajectory of this running back kind of stays the same. This running back room stays the same. Yeah. There's going to be options in the offseason, and running backs don't get paid that much. So, we can maybe go get somebody.
Yeah. I just thought it was important to just bring that point up. You know what I mean? I just, hey, we could get everybody here, catching the football. No doubt about it. I think, we need to have something up front so these guys can start teeing off on some of these linebackers at second levels and some of these corners and all of that, that we could be more balanced offense. And I'm just, for us, balance is 60-30, right? Yeah. 60-30, maybe something like that, 60-40. We're looking at maybe 70-30. I'm sorry, that's what we're looking at more. That's our balance, right? Yeah. Instead of the 90-10. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 60-30. Yeah, 60-40. I'm sorry.
And quite frankly, if it continues to go this way, Rojo could be someone we need to see, I think. I think, regardless, I think we need to see him at some point this year. We have to. And I know it's going to be, right now he's inactive every game, but I think we just need to activate him and see what we got.
But, I mean, what's going to hurt?
I mean,
the man can't do any worse. I mean, we know what he was able to do down there in Tampa. So, hey, he can't be any worse. Believe me. Yeah. And so I think he might have a little spark. He might have a little bit of a little fire up underneath him because he hadn't had a chance to play. And the joke is fresh. Yeah, he got fresh legs. You know what I mean? So that's probably your best bet. Bringing somebody like that in who ain't had no licks at practice or out there on the field. Bring old fresh legs in. Oh, fresh legs. Woo. Bring him in. Come on, Rojo.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some fans out there who are just obsessed with Pacheco. And he's got potential. We don't know what his ceiling is, right? But we haven't really seen it yet. So it's not like he has that job locked that we need to feed him more carries. Really, outside the Buccaneers game, we haven't seen much, right? You could say he hasn't really got many carries, but when people bring up Rojo, people are like, oh, well, he dominated against the Packers, twos and threes. Well, so did Pacheco, and Pacheco's getting carries in the games and stuff. So let's see what we got with Rojo too. So.
Yeah, right. It's no disparaging marks against Pacheco at all.
Yeah,
just like you want to see what you got. I mean, you got a guy here for a reason. So, if you got a guy coming here and he's your best window cleaner, you ain't gonna have him sitting over here and watch the window get dirty the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Got somebody else in here doing this. Like, man, this is supposed to be the best guy. Let's put him in here and see what he can do. And so, why not try it? Why not?
We're not paying him 1 year, $5 million just to be a scout team running back.
Yeah, come on. No, shouldn't do that. I said we ain't gonna, but we shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
So,
JD, So they say the teams for Odell are between us, Buffalo Bills, the Rams, Ravens, and Packers. If you were to make a case, if you were to talk to Odell and just to make a case for why Chiefs over the other teams, what would you tell him? If you were to watch this clip, so I'm going to clip this, I'm going to put it on Twitter. If you were to watch this clip, what would you want him to get out of this?
Well, it's real simple. The real simple is you're going to play for an AFC championship, and not only that, but also a Super Bowl. And so you got a guy that has an arm that can make any throw. He's going to get the ball to you if you're open. Hey, it's a no-brainer. You go into a winning organization. The pinnacle of everything in the NFL has been coming through Kansas City, and so we need to understand that it's not even like even a question, right? You could say Ravens, you could talk Bills and stuff. The guys that's been on top over the past 4 years, Kansas City Chiefs, primetime premier team, best organization in football, Kansas City Chiefs. And so if you like going to LA and all these other places in New York, this is a nice halfway point everywhere that you need to go. So that's another thing, though, too. But I don't see why you wouldn't want to go here and go play with the best quarterback in the business. You had a bad time in Cleveland. You got out there with Stafford, did a pretty decent job. But you want to play with the best? Hey, Kansas City Chiefs, no brainer. Could use you.
And Arrowhead Stadium, the field, that's real grass right there. It ain't artificial turf.
Yeah, real grass. That give, hey, you want to take care of that ACL and that knee? Perfect place. When I'm telling you, the grounds crew out in Kansas City, they make sure, man, the place is impeccable. I'm telling you, it's nice. The fans are incredible. The whole ambiance, environment of Kansas City, you cannot beat it. Best organization, best fans. That, without a doubt, Kansas City. That's the place to be.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get podcasts.